Hi everyone, my name is Irene and welcome to my channel Living Around, where it's all about tropical plants and garden. Today I am in Chiang Mai, Thailand at the first ever Lanna International Exotic Plants Show and Sales. And I'm just going to be walking around today dispensing awards according to my likes and whims. Here it says Living Around Excellence Award to plants that I love, and I'll make up like, maybe 7 or 8 categories that we go through, find nominees, and it'll be like the Academy Award sort of, but for plants. I've even got this sort of magic wand for the winners. Okay, so now let's get started. So there is some prep work to be done. Strong veins, some wild and sexy looking plants. A plant that I would trade kidney for is very expensive. And then the plant that has abs, this one, but they're in plastic bags, so ugly. Let's try look good for the camera. I'm giving out awards to some plants today. Could I film some of the plants to nominate for the award? I'm giving up, yeah. So after some explaining and confusion, we finally got it off the ground. Our first category is Fantastic Fern, and the nominees are Elaphaglossum decoratum. Well, I don't know much Spanish, but I'm guessing the name decoratum comes from the fact that it's really, really decorative and beautiful. It is pretty much the most unique fern that I have seen in a very long time. I've learned that its habitat is in the cloud forest, epiphytic in nature, climbing up rocks, and they can be found across many countries in tropical America, like Brazil, Colombia, Costa Rica, Peru, Venezuela, so it does not know the boundaries of countries. Anyway, getting back to the plant, I am most captivated by its glistening golden scales on its stems. It looks almost like furry, almost like a pet. It reminds me very much of like a golden retriever. Our next nominee is the Elaphaglossum metallica. So this is another fern that's from the area of Colombia and Peru. And what is most remarkable about this is the color. It is iridescent blue. I feel like this is one of the most magical color you can find in nature. So mesmerizing. Its leaves are remarkably hardy too, quite different from many other ferns that I've known. Next up is the Platyserum or staghorn that I am truly excited about. This is the Platyserum feng chi. And what truly sets it apart from the others is that the very end of the staghorn is curly. That's right, it's got these curls at the end that's so cute. And I am so proud to say that this hybrid had been created in Malaysia by Mr. Fong here. You could see that it's in the picture, and this shows his personal collection. And this other one shows a specimen that was put up for competition just a few weeks ago in Jakarta. This is a Platyserum that he had named after his daughter, Sichi. So here are the nominees again, 2 ferns from Central America and 1 from Malaysia. And the winner is Elaphaglossum decoratum. See, so although I'm from Malaysia, I'm not biased. Actually, bit of a funny story, by the time I wanted to give an award to the plant, it was already sold. So although I was smiling here, I was really begging her with my puppy eyes, please go look for that customer, and she did so. Thank you for that customer who then gave back the plant, and we are able to reshoot this award scene again, now with the plant. Our next category is Rapunzel, celebrating plants that look like they have long, luscious hair. Our first nominee is Huperzia sp Hang Hong. Hang Hong is an area that is in northeast Thailand, so it describes that this plant originates from there. Huperzias, or as they can be referred to as Lycopodium, are one of the more ancient plants in the world, and this particular species just looks so strong, so vibrant, so lush, exactly how I want my hair to look like. Our second nominee is the Huperzia squarrosa. It is just so cute and bushy, reminding me of like a squirrel's tail. These things can be found distributed all across Southeast Asia, and this particular one is said to be from the Philippines. Our third nominee is the Welwitschia mirabilis. At first glance, it doesn't seem like much, really odd looking, but the discerning collector really values this. This is a really rebellious plant. It is endemic to the Namib Desert of Namibia and Angola. Rebellious because it seems to break all the rules. Plants in arid areas tend to be small to conserve water, but this one is just putting forth big, huge leaves. And also, the really odd thing about it is it only has 2 leaves throughout its entire life. It's also really extraordinary because it's said to be a living fossil and believed to have evolved around the same time as the dinosaurs about 200 million years ago. So a really truly unique plant if you're looking for something very special. Now this is 2 baby plants that have come off that mother plant that we've just seen. So once again, these are all our candidates for the Rapunzel Award, and our winner is the Hoopersia SP Hang Hong. Congratulations! You have won the award of Rapunzel for this lovely plant that you have. So guys, I'm gonna plant this here. Our next category is the oh my god, it is variegated. And our first nominee is Philodendron plamanii variegated. This philodendron in itself is quite spectacular already, but to see a variegated version is quite something. However, there's only kind of 1 leaf here that's prominently variegated, so I'm not so sure. The next nominee is the Anthurium papillilaminum variegated. The variegation is just so beautiful and so spectacular. Gosh, kind of out of this world for me. Next is the Anthurium pedicellariatum variegated. I don't know why they have the name Predator in a plant name. But anyway, I love the shape of this leaf. It looks like a starburst, fireworks. It looks like it's in a festive mode. And also the variegation looks to be very evenly distributed throughout the plant, through every single leaf. So I have to say this is a very, very good specimen. The next Anthurium, I could not believe my eye, is the Philodendron Yoppii, and it's variegated. Now, you know, it's pretty rare to just see the Yoppii on itself, but having said that, there's now more coming in tissue culture. But to see a variegated version was just mind blown.
It's the most
popular plant. And if you're interested, it is for sale at
right?
26,000 US dollar, okay, yeah. Not Thai baht. So yeah. The next variegated plant is this. Could you guess what it is? It's pink and black and green. It's got everything going for it. This is the no-no banana. No-no means breast in Papua. So this plant originates from Papua. And it is said because the fruit resembles breast, but I would have thought banana resembles some other organ. The fruit is said to be edible, yes, but it is not preferred, grown mostly for its ornamental value. Next plant, that's right, this is cannabis, and it is variegated, guys. So where I come from, cannabis is illegal, and I feel just a little naughty even holding this pot. Asked my friend Susie here now to come along because she's wearing something black. Hopefully the plant will pop better and you could see the variegation better. Thank you, Susie, for being backdrop. So the nominees for the oh my god, it's variegated category are many because this plant show is just filled with so many exciting variegated plants. And the winner is... So congratulations, Kida! Your variegated Yoppii will be winning the award of oh my god, variegated plant award.
Yeah, thank you.
Here.
Thank you.
And this is my little magic one for the plant.
Thank you.
Our next category is called Size Matters. And you know these people, they're always posting pictures of how big their leaves are with the measuring tape, and I'm just demonstrating it to you how I'm doing it in my garden now. That's Deliquala cordata. This is my biliaceae. And now without much ado, our first nominee in this category is this Monstera borsigiana albo. I am so attracted by it because it's all pretty much all half moon leaves. Incredible. And I'm sure this is a borsigiana, not a deliciosa, because the internode seems to be longer and it's climbing. Next nominee is this Philodendron glorious, quite the classical philodendron, one of my favorites, and it is looking so plump and cute and with this really prominent veins. Now this new one is a colocasia. I have not seen it before. What struck out at me is the shade of pink. So this is a new hybrid called, I think, the Pink Star, and made in Thailand. In the next booth, I was quite blown away because all the plants looks really huge. And in the end, I've just decided to award this booth with this beautiful Deliciosia, mint Deliciosia that you see behind me, to this well-deserved young man that comes from a nursery called Family Farm. I think he's based in Chiangmai, so do check him out. So congratulations, your plant has the biggest, most beautiful, amazing monsteras and philodendrons. You have won the category of size matters. Congratulations. Next category is one that's called I will trade my kidney for this plant. And the nominees are this sorry darling, this is an anthurium. Let me see what it's written there. It's a cross between Pappy and Desiree, and it's large aurea looking variegation. As you can see, it's very expensive, placed behind a glass. And this one here is the Philodendron mame variegated. The lime green sort of variegation is just really nice. I like this sort of, I'm not sure if it's aurea, do you call that aurea? And behind the petiole behind is freely and just as beautiful behind as it is in front. I dare say this one looks a little bit better than that Plamanii variegated plant we saw earlier. And also from the Kita nursery, he's got so many lovely plants. Is this Philodendron glorious variegated. The ones that's in my hand that I'm showing you right now, it's not yet the most prettiest one that he has. Now this one he has put forward for the competition, and it is a real beauty. I think last year at some stage it was selling for like 30, 40, or even 50,000 US dollar. Very crazy prices. And this next plant is just simply outrageous. This is the Anthurium luxuriant, and it's the variegated version. Here I am with Sean of Only Plants, and we were asking the vendor how much it is, and guys, it is more than 50,000 US dollar. Here I am trying to look unfazed, but oh my god, 50,000 grand. I don't even know how much my kidney is worth. And so I looked it up on Google, and apparently you can get a kidney for $1,000 to $10,000. So you have to sell 5 kidneys to get that plant. But somehow in Europe, you can get paid 100 grand for a kidney. So it looks like the middleman is taking a big cut here, or there's a good arbitrage to be made. In any case, do not sell your kidney for any plants, not even a variegated luxuriant. The nominees for the I will trade my kidney for these plants are here, and the winner is the Philodendron gloriousum variegated. Once again, Kida takes the award. He is quite a renowned collector and seller based in Bangkok. Congratulations! You have won the category of I will trade my kidney for your plant. So, do you need a kidney?
Both, right?
Yeah, no, one side. Here you go.
Thank you.
And oh, yes. And this plant is selling for 1 million Thai baht.
Yeah, 1 million Thai baht.
Yes. Okay. Yes. I don't know sure my kidney is worth so much. Yeah. His shirt says just do it. I wonder if it means like just it's a subliminal message, you know, just buy it. Never mind that it costs like a small house. This magic wand refused to stand up. The next category is wild and sexy. And here we're looking at exotic plants that may not have made their way to the masses yet. First up in this is the labisia. Labisia turtleback. This originates from Malaysia. I believe it comes from the Borneo island. And look at that. Amazing texture. It really reminds one of a turtleback. So prominent and so high contrast. Next plant is also a labisia, and this one is called the labisia dino. I think this one is also originating from Borneo, perhaps in Kalimantan. I'm not very sure. If you do know, please let me know. These leaves are so perforated. It's just so yeah, I have a thing for perforated leaves. It's just so beautiful, the texture. This is the Georginanthus popigii, and I am really captivated by its leathery leaves and prominent veins. This is from Amazon, and I have not seen it before, so it is an exotic plant to me. It looks pretty hardy. Do let me know if this is quite common in your area and if you find it easy to grow. Our next nominee, it is the Anthurium podophyllum. Not a common anthurium. In fact, I've never seen one until today at this booth. What's striking to me about this anthurium is its leaves. I think it reminds me a little bit of a papaya tree. It's truly something I've not seen before. So this is endemic to Mexico along the Gulf of Mexico coast and found naturally at higher elevations of in between 2,500 to 6,000 feet. So I guess this will do well if your environment is tropical and yet more cooling. And so here are the 3 nominees for the wild and sexy category, and the winner is the Labisia dino, hailing from Borneo, where I am from. So yeah, I am totally not biased. I'm awarding it based on its own beauty. Look at that leaf. That is just so gorgeous. Yes, truly not biased at all. Congratulations to Chung of Far East for such a beautiful plant. The next category is monsteras that I want but can't afford. Oh my god, this show has so many amazing monsteras. The first one up is this one called the Monstera Thai Constellation Legacy.
Oh, this one is very new one.
Very new?
The first time released in this show.
Oh!
Yeah.
And can you give us an idea of the prices?
Oh, this one around 1,500 US dollar per leaf.
Huh? 100?
1,500 US
dollar per leaf?
Yeah.
So there's 3 leaf here. It's like my maths, 4,500
yeah.
US dollar I'm holding.
Yeah, around that.
Do you have a smaller plant maybe?
Yeah, this one is smaller one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I like it a lot. I like how it is more subtle, a tinge of lemongrass, green, the contrast is not so great. So I feel like it's a very gentle and graceful Thai constellation. I have to say, of all the Monstera Thai constellation that I've seen, this one is my favorite. And so what does the legacy look like when it's a bit more established? Well, I am holding one right now in my hand, and as you can see, it is quite a beauty also when it grows up. I do hope the price comes down for it in the near future so I could afford it. Next nominee is the Monstera tricolor the Monstera constellation tricolor, I think. Is it a Thai constellation? I'm not sure. Anyway, this gentleman here is Mike. Mike is from Florida, and somehow he has got his hands on a very, very sought after, and you could hardly see these things for sale. I mean, in the entire event, I only saw 2 plants, and then there is a bigger plant at another booth, but I have to say the one that Mike has the most beautiful and most even and balanced variegation. And here's a photo of what the more mature plant could look like, so you appreciate that how beautiful it looks with this tricolor.
If you don't want to buy her this, at least you can subscribe to her channel.
Oh, I have super thanks on now. You can click and send me money directly.
Oh my god, I need to do that too.
Yeah. You can fund our tours and plant purchase.
Yeah, so we can afford to buy this baby here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next is the Monstera deliciosa Ocean Mint. It is so soothing to look at. I imagine like I'm eating peppermint and spearmint. It gives a very cooling sensation when I look at it. And the next nominee here is the Monstera deliciosa White Tear. It's got a whole lot more white, but I also find it quite remarkable that there is hardly any burn marks. So perhaps this specimen really holds its white well. I sometimes wonder how they actually survive with so little chlorophyll, but they seem to be able to thrive. I'm also really amazed that we have like all sorts of different Monstera mints these days. So these are nominees for the coveted Monsteras that I want but can't afford. And the winner is the Monstera tricolor. So you may think, okay, this is the tiniest Monstera, why did it win? Okay, so this award isn't quite conventional. I did not give awards just to the plants for their current state, like a normal competition that it's chosen based on its potential, and because it's a category of Monstera that I want, I don't mind having a small plant because I know it could look like this one day. Congratulations! It's one of the category of plant that I really, really want but can't afford. Oh, and everyone, so this is 1.5 million baht. How much is that in dollars?
Approximately, I think around 45 or something like that.
$45,000, yeah. So, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so that wraps our award show. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I did. If you do, please consider subscribing and share it with others. Thanks very much, and see you in my next episode.